Hi, in this video, we will learn how to factor binomials that are sums and differences of cubes. For our first example, we are going to factor 27x to the third minus 64. Note that there is no greatest common factor. If there was a greatest common factor, you would need to factor that out first. This first term, this 27x to the third, is actually equal to 3x being cubed. 3x raised to the third power is equal to 27x cubed. The second term is equal to 4 being cubed. 4 to the third power is equal to 64. Now that we have ourselves set up as a difference of cubes, we're going to factor. When you factor a difference of cubes, you are always going to have a binomial times a trinomial. This first parenthesis is going to have 2 terms. This second parenthesis is going to have 3 terms. In between the terms, we are going to have plus and minus signs. To help us remember where the plus and minus signs go, we are going to use the word SOAP. What does SOAP stand for? Well, SOAP stands for same, opposite, always, plus. What does that mean? Well, the original problem was 27x to the third minus 64. We had a minus in the original problem. What is the same as a minus? Well, a minus is the same as a minus. So the binomial will contain a minus. O stands for opposite. What is the opposite of a minus? Well, the opposite of a minus is a plus. We started with minus, the opposite of that is a plus. AP stands for always plus. So the second sign in our trinomial is always going to be a plus. Now we just need to fill in these blanks. Since our first term was a 3x being cubed, the binomial is going to start with a 3x. The trinomial is going to start with whatever a 3x times a 3x is, and 3x times 3x is 9x to the second power. Our second term in our original binomial, the 64, was actually equal to a 4 being cubed. So our first binomial in the answer is going to end with a 4. I am using colors intentionally here. If the binomial ends with a 4, the trinomial is going to end with a 4 times a 4, which is 16. And in the middle of the trinomial, we are going to take one of each. We are going to take a 3x times a 4. And 3x times 4 is 12x. So there you have it. We have factored the difference of cubes. You might be wondering, how would this question be different if we had a plus in the original problem? So if we had a 27x to the third plus 64, then we would have 3x to the third plus 4 to the third. And when we use SOAP, S stands for same. The same as a plus is a plus. The opposite of a plus is a minus. And the last term is always a plus. So notice that the problems are very similar, whether it's a plus or a minus in the original problem. You just have to remember SOAP. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.